Have you ever been in the middle of a shopping spree and just stopped and thought, wait, why am I actually buying this? Like, do you really need it? Do you just want it? Or is there something else entirely going on? Well, today, we're going to decode the science behind why we buy what we buy.
I mean, you see stuff like this everywhere, right? It feels so simple, just a numbers game, an obvious deal that feels almost silly to pass up.
And then, of course, there's this old classic. It's plastered all over the place, from the grocery store aisles to your online shopping cart. But you know, these deals, they're really just one small part of the noise that's all competing for our attention.
Because it's not just about the deals. It's also about the slogans. You know, those little phrases that just get stuck in your head for years? And these things, they're not just selling you a product. They're selling you a whole feeling, a promise, an idea.
Or how about this one? I mean, how brilliant is that? They're literally connecting a fizzy drink to the idea of being brave. These slogans, they kind of weave themselves right into our culture, and we remember them long after we've seen the ad.
Okay, so let's just pause for a second here. What's really going on behind all this? Why bombard us with all these deals and these super catchy phrases? This is the big question we're here to unravel.
Well, the answer lies in this really fascinating field called consumer behavior. And you could think of it like a map, a guide that marketers use to try and navigate the super complex territory that is the human mind.
And here's what's so wild about it. Consumer behavior isn't just about that one moment you swipe your card. No, it's about the entire journey. From the very first time you even hear about a product to how you use it and, believe it or not, even what you do with it when you're finished. It's the whole shebang.
And look, this isn't just some dusty old textbook theory. This stuff is absolutely crucial for any business that wants to stick around. And why is that? Because we, the consumers, are always changing. Our habits change, the tech we use changes, what we expect changes. You just can't take loyalty for granted.
All right, so if you're a marketer and you're looking at millions of different people out there, where do you even begin? It's kind of overwhelming, right? Well, the secret is you don't try to understand everyone all at once. The very first thing you do is you sort them.
And this whole sorting process has a name. It's called market segmentation. It's pretty much the core strategy for taking that giant, messy crowd of consumers and dividing it into smaller, neater groups of people who have similar needs or traits.
To really get this, let's use a super simple analogy. Picture this. You've got a giant mailbag, just a total jumble of letters. How on earth do you start to make sense of that chaos?
Well, you'd probably start sorting it a few different ways. First, by address. That's a no-brainer. In marketing, we call that geographic segmentation, grouping people based on where they live. Simple. Next, you'd sort by the recipient, right? Who is this letter for? That's demographic segmentation. It's all about who you are, your age, your gender, your job. And finally, you might notice patterns in the type of letter. Maybe some are postcards, some are bills. This is like psychographic segmentation, sorting people by their personality, their lifestyle, their interests.
So here's how this plays out in the real world. Geographically, easy. You sell more umbrellas where it rains all the time. Demographically, you market baby products to new parents. Makes sense. And psychographically, you might design a whole clothing brand to appeal to a very specific personality, maybe someone who's super easygoing. And you know, this psychographic sorting is becoming a huge deal. It often tells marketers way more about what you'll buy than just your age or zip code. It's all about finding the right group to talk to.
Okay, so marketers have sorted us into these neat little groups. What's next? Well, the big question is, what actually influences our decisions? What are those hidden forces that shape why we buy?
For this, let's try another analogy. I think you'll like this one. Imagine that every single consumer, you, me, everyone, is like a tiny planet. Our orbit, the path we take, isn't just random. It's being pulled and pushed by these massive, powerful, and often invisible forces.
And these forces work in 4 main layers. The biggest, outermost layer is culture. It's like the atmosphere of our planet. It's everywhere. We're all breathing it in. It's our shared values. Zoom in a bit, and you've got the social layer. This is like the gravitational pull from our family and friends. Right at the center is the personal layer. That's our planet's core, made up of our age, our job, our finances. And finally, swirling all around the surface is the psychological layer. Think of this as the daily weather on our planet, our mood, our motivations, what we're feeling right at this very moment. All of these forces work together to shape every choice we make.
So we've seen how marketers sort us into groups and analyze all the forces that influence us. But let's bring it back home. What does all this actually mean for us, the people who are actually doing the buying?
Here's the most important takeaway. Marketing isn't just random guesswork.
It's not people just throwing ideas at a wall to see what sticks. No, it's a playbook. It's a set of structured strategies, all designed to understand, predict, and influence our behavior.
And that leads us to one last question. And this one's for you. Now that you've had a little peek inside this playbook, are you ever going to look at a buy one, get one free offer the same way again? The next time a slogan really pulls at your emotions, you'll know exactly which force is at play. Because the real power isn't in the marketing, it's in understanding it. Thanks for tuning in.